Welcome to another video presentation by U.S. Maritime Academy. Please remember that these videos are only intended to supplement what is covered in class. Before I begin, I want to refresh your memory on a couple of topics that we covered. First of all, when we take measurements, we only use the latitude scale, which runs vertically on both the left and right sides of your chart. At no point in time will we ever use the longitude scale on the bottom and top of the chart for taking measurements. For the purposes of this example, I'm using the Chesapeake Bay entrance chart in the lower right-hand corner. I would like to point out a couple of topics that we covered in class. If you remember, each shaded and unshaded portion of the latitude scale represents 1 minute of latitude and hence 1 nautical mile. In between each nautical mile, you can see that there is 10 additional marks representing 1/10 of 1 mile. By zooming into the latitude scale, you can better see how each nautical mile is broken into tenths of a mile. We can determine measurements, for example, by counting the different tenths of a mile. So the distance from here to here could be counted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tenths of a mile, or 1/2 mile. There are times when we need to extrapolate the distance between tenths. That can be done by estimating. For example, if I have to measure from here to here, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 tenths of a mile, or 3/4 of a mile. If we once again zoom out, we can refer to the steps found in the recipe on page 4 of the textbook. Step 1, draw a line connecting 2 points on the chart. For purposes of this example, I'm just putting 2 random points on the chart and connecting them with a line. Step 2, place the dividers on the given points. You can see that I am anchoring this divider and using the thumb screw to find the location on this side of the line. Step 3, I am going to run the dividers over to what we refer to as the mid-latitude scale, which is roughly parallel to the area where you are taking the measurements. You do not go up or down. You try to go as much across as possible. Without moving the thumb screw, you can use one of the shaded or unshaded portions to estimate your distance. In this case, I am anchoring the dividers right here, and I will be reading my measurement right here. So we have 1 nautical mile, which is the shaded portion, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tenths approximately. In this case, the distance of the line that I drew would be 1.8 miles. By zooming in, you can see that this point on the chart would actually be roughly 1.78 nautical miles. Again, the extrapolation is an approximation to the best of your abilities, but be as precise as possible. In a second example, if your line that you're measuring is in a horizontal fashion, you still use the same technique. Once again, I'm going to draw a line between my 2 points. take my dividers and be as precise as possible between those 2 points using the thumb screw. And then I will flip the dividers over and measure on the mid-latitude scale. In this example, we have a distance of approximately 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 miles, and 1/2 of 1/10. So a total distance of 3.05 nautical miles. That's all there is to it. Remember, when taking measurements, try to be as absolutely precise as possible between the tenths.